Hey everybody, welcome back to Ryan Makes Sense, where we talk personal finance, investing, and chart analysis. Today we are looking at KBH, that is KB Homes. This is a residential construction company. We're going to look at the bear and bull targets, if the stock has good earnings, or if the company has good earnings or bad earnings, where the stock could go. We're going to run my proprietary stock price calculation to see what the projected stock price could be. We're going to look at what hedge funds and institutions are doing and also the balance sheet. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hiccup and hit the subscribe button. So looking at the daily chart, I do see a couple things, and we're gonna talk through them. So the first upside target, we do have a gap. I mean, this stock is gappy in nature. I mean, look at how much it gaps. Got a gap here, we got a gap here, we got a gap, got a gap, got a gap, got a gap, got a gap. Gappy in nature. So I'm going to look at the gaps to the upside first. So the first is 69.95 for KBH. And I'm just going to note that down really quick. KBH 69.95 is price target number uno. Price target number two looks to be 72.29. We're going to do it. 72.29. And then again, the all-time high of, we'll do 74.45. I get that's not the all-time high, but I mean, it could tap right here. So that's our upside targets. Now to the downside, if the stock or if the company does not have good earnings, just really quickly, it looks like we have a gap. Is this gap closed? Let's just zoom. I would say I think this gap is closed. Yeah, this gap is considered closed, so we're gonna not consider that, but let's look at some of the support that we have. And I'm basically looking to where I mean, this is a good 64.45 is going to be our downside target number one. 64.45. And then look at all this action and over here. What aligns with these? No. Right here, kinda. Let's say right there. Right there. 62.81. 62.81 is our downside target number two. And then again, 64.45 was our other one. So those are the prices we could expect to see on earnings. Now let's go and look at the bigger picture because that is what we always do. And this thing is a monster. Look at this beautiful chart. I mean, good lord. This is just really nice. Ooh, we got actually an ascending triangle here. Tried to break up. I could see this. If this falls hard below 63, I think we come back down and we touch this long-term support here. Ooh, very fancy. Okay. All right, so we've got the targets out of the way. Looking at the technicals, the MACD definitely needs to come down. Um, it looks like momentum could be slowing up. The relative strength, it looked like it's kind of peaked and kind of circling back down. Money flow, again, it has kinked down from our high up here. And again, our relative momentum index is hot. Sorry, momentum indicator is hot. So, yeah, if I had to be bullish or bearish on this one, I would say wait it out, honestly. And the only reason I'm saying wait it out is because it's hit its head four times, and I'll just go ahead and make a little. You're probably like, what are you talking about? So literally right here, this stock has tried to break up four times and it has failed. Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, shame on you. Fool me 4 times, and I need to go back to the dugout. I need a mound visit. So yeah, this thing, I think, I think it's peaked a little bit, unless it gets a nice little boost of power. Again, earnings are always unpredictable. So never really base a decision on it unless you're straight up gambling, but that's not really encouraged in the stock market. So looking here, shares outstanding, they are being gobbled up naturally and organically accumulated. Sales overall up and to the right. EPS overall up and to the right. Ooh. PE, this is 15 is our sweet number. 9 is really good. 8 as our forward PE. That's great. This should be, I don't know if this is S&P 500 worthy, but I think it has opportunity. Okay, they do offer a little dividend. Okay, we're gonna run my proprietary calculation here. So they have 5,170,000,000 in market cap. And while I do this, I'm gonna let KBH this load because it takes a minute. So back to my calculation. 5 billion market cap plus they do 598,830,000 in income. Fantastic. Plus 6,490,000,000 in sales. Freaking insane. Before we go down, I just want to take a peek. Quick ratio is 0.99. That's beautiful. Debt, they don't have much debt, but they're not really paying it off. Not really a concern at these levels. EPS over the past 5 years, 32%. Sales past 5 years, 8%. Gross margin, 21%. That's pretty good. Profitable. Shares under 100 million. Great average volume. I mean, this is a decent company. So, yeah, back to my calculation. Sorry. Quarterly, and we're in USD. Ooh, let's look at some insider selling. Again, I love to see when insiders buy, but I don't think I see. Oh, he's selling right here. Damn. But you see he's selling 79, but he's also getting options. So what a good position to be in. Anyway, I mean, people are selling here. It doesn't look like they're liquidating everything. So again, no real red flags. Pretty typical. They do have 668 million on cash on hand, which is close to their 727 record. So plus 668,290,000 total debt. Minus 1,715,930,000. Okay. Total assets is 6.6 billion. Total liability is 2.8 billion. Assets dwarf liabilities about 2.5 to 1. Every liability they have, 2.5 in assets. 2.5 assets. Good for them. That's, as a residential construction home building company, yeah, that's great. Okay, let's go back up here and finish off this calculation. We're gonna take this divided by 73,370,000. With a stock price of 152, the stock is at 68. Analysts have this at 72, so my target is a little high. Again, with dividend stocks, my calculations are a little bit on the higher side. However, I mean, that's quite a bit higher. If I think it's as high as my calculation does, and institutions as well, you see institutional ownership is at 95%. I think this should be 115 and above in institutional ownership. 110, not bad. So 110%. So that's about a 15% increase overall. Let's see what the big boys and girls are doing. Ooh, institutional ownership is actually going down. This is the lowest basically since 2019. But the stock is at all-time highs. A little risky. Vanguard decreased about 250,000 shares. FMR sold about 3.4 million. BlackRock added about 400,000. Probably see a lot of greens and adding in here, which is why we have 15% increase in institutional ownership. So Yeah, I mean, this company has moved solidly. I definitely think it needs a break. It's hit its head 4 times up here, and so yeah, I think it needs a break for sure. I'm trying to go back and see when it hit its head multiple times. Ooh, do we have one huge cup and handle, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my Lanta. Oh, we do almost, almost, almost. I would like to see this get to 83 or 85 or higher and then come back down. Maybe touch here as our handle. This would be huge. I mean, this stock could go, if we're doing the calculation for the cup and handle price target, our cup bottom is around $5.30. Our cup height is around 83. That's $150 stock. What was my calculation? 152. And this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. So here's our cup, 84.70, 84.70, minus our cup low, which is 507, 5.07. Then we take this, add it to our 84.7, which is our cup height, gets us to 164. So, as someone who's a chartist and loves the bigger time frames, I absolutely like this a lot. However, we need to hit our cup height and then come back down. So we've got time. I need to add an alert here. I need to create alert. So I want to see this trading below 60, basically. Price below 60. And I want to get that alert hopefully before 2027. If it does. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. If you made it this far, consider subscribing, leave a comment, leave a like. Everything helps out. Have a great day. If you're in this one, good luck. Goodbye.